All right, Anand's out. Anand's member tenting.
Anand's peak member tenting. So I'll give him a big birthday shout out. His birthday is on September 11th.
Yep, happy
Tomorrow.
birthday, Anand. That is tomorrow. Yep.
And he is doing his 40th birthday in Mykonos.
Wow. Real for the people, you know?
Yeah.
Just for the everyman.
Every man can go to Mykonos.
Yeah.
So he's having a blast out there.
Good for
So
him.
big happy birthday.
Him and Amanda?
And a lot of friends.
Love that.
A big crew. Unfortunately, I could not go. I have a board meeting this week in New York. So
back to New York.
What?
Back to New York.
Back to New York.
Tonight?
Actually, I was able to go. I'm going Monday night.
Nice.
But yeah, it's interesting. I was like, it was impossible for me to go because the board meeting and work and kids and whatever. And then I also like on the back of my head was like, I just raised all this money. If I was like in Mykonos like a week later, that's interesting. Like prototypical what everyone makes fun of. If your founder is in Mykonos,
that's really interesting that like you're a part of that now. You know,
and I'm very conscious of it. Like,
because a lot of people aren't, right?
I think here's what I've realized. I think a lot of younger people are not. People don't understand how impactful their social media is to their work profession.
Yeah.
Perception.
Yeah.
Not even profession, perception. You know, when 10 years ago, work and social media were two different things.
Yeah.
Now, when you see your coworker, your boss, your investor, anyone, I even tell everyone in my company, like, you don't want me to follow you.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an advantage to you.
Yeah.
I think it's actually very negative if I follow you.
I agree.
I want to follow them because whatever, I enjoy their company and I'm curious. But I also like, if I see you partying on a Sunday night and I see you dragging your ass on a Monday,
it's true.
Then I'm just more irritated.
It's true.
I'd rather not know.
As I get older, less and less reasons for me to post. Like I hardly post anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, I mean, the only nice part about posting is when, you know, you see your friends like it or they're like, oh, good job or whatever the fuck, whatever you're posting.
Yeah.
But that's like, if I wanted to do that, I could just make a group chat with my 10 friends and be like, hey guys, just so you know, went to the gym today.
I'm married.
Yeah, here you go. Just wanted to tell you guys. But yeah, like if you have a job or I don't know, you're totally right.
Even for me, it's also now that my kids go to a certain school and not even a school.
Yeah.
I don't want the parents. Like I have already had this challenge. My kids go to two different schools. Both schools, there's kids parents who listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of that.
I also think it's like, who knows? People could see that you're in Mykonos and rob your house.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I think that's like another piece of it.
Yeah.
I literally think now, I think also part of why I don't post much is because I don't even want to be on people's minds.
Yeah.
Having anything nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Forget me.
Yeah, just forget about me, dude. I'm not here. Don't rob me. Yeah.
Anand even said out there in Mykonos, they were telling them, hey, you know, some of his friends had flashier watches and stuff. They're like,
oh, really?
Kill that.
Yeah, I just wonder, because, you know, there's this whole like school of thought, which I think is valid. And like, obviously, Gary Vee went on for years about how everyone should be a content creator, essentially. But I think that's definitely a group, and there's a group of people that should definitely do that constantly. But
I think you could do it professionally and literally leave your entire personal life out of it.
Yeah.
Even if you're, let's say, a fashion influencer, you could still showcase your style, your lifestyle, like your pretend lifestyle, but literally never share anything personal.
Yeah.
It's really tough because like, all the things I loved about social media, now I'm afraid of.
Yeah, me too.
Which kind of sucks.
I'm the same way. I also think I just spent like 10 years where like...
Yeah, well, you're on TV. That was different.
It was that, but it was also that when we were building Young and Reckless was like right when... I don't remember exact dates, but like I think Young and Reckless started like a year or two before Instagram.
Yeah.
And then Instagram started. So then Instagram became this like huge tool. And so I just felt like If my numbers were going up, business was good.
Yeah.
If the numbers were going down, people didn't like my posts, I'm going to go broke.
Yeah.
Everything's going to fall apart.
Yeah.
And now that I don't have to do that, it feels so nice. And people aren't like, judging where I'm going, or
Yeah.
I could go to Mykonos for a week and you guys wouldn't even know. No. I'll just post about it in 6 months.
My biggest thing about posting now, so I think I've done 2 posts technically 3. I did New Year's Day.
Yeah.
I wanted to post our kids' Christmas pics.
Yep.
Then I posted Dominic's graduation from preschool.
Yeah.
And then I posted like their 6th and 3rd birthdays.
Yep.
For me, it's like I want those memories in like eternity.
Yeah.
Just so that they're there.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah.
So like, 20 years from now, I'm like, damn, Dad didn't even fucking post about me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Because that's era, like you're gonna share a lot of your life. So
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends who never shared their kids' pictures publicly ever.
Yeah.
Not one.
I'll tell you what I started doing, which I always have these weird things, and if anyone wants to jump on this, it has been really great, is I made a photo album on my phone that says 2023 highlights.
Okay.
And so, this weekend I went to a wedding. And so I come home, and in the normal time when I would post from the wedding, I just pick a couple photos that were really great.
Oh, that's cool.
And I put them in my 2023 highlights folder.
Yeah.
And there's been a couple times, like on flights or whatever, where I've went through that folder and it just looks real. It's like, oh my God, what a great year.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a really good way to like save good key moments.
I know my pictures, like it's so disorganized.
Yeah.
Like bazillion pictures.
Yeah.
I
have weird screenshots of like pricing on a fucking app.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God. I literally would need to take a month off of life to organize my pictures.
Yeah, I started at the beginning of this year, and now I just do it. Like I said, it's like when I would post.
Yeah.
I do that instead. And then you're also not like as worried about if the photos are good or how's the angle or whatever. But,
no, yeah. You just want the memory. Like that's my biggest thing at this point.
Yeah,
it's like, especially after my father passed,
yeah,
like there were so many awesome pictures of our childhood.
Yeah.
Of like trips and this, and it was like cool to see those.
Yeah.
And that was an era where you didn't take nearly as much pictures as you do now.
But you valued them so much more.
Oh my God, yeah. Like they're embedded in my head.
Yeah.
Like I can visualize the pictures every day.
Yeah. My childhood home is just filled with photos.
Yeah.
What else was I gonna say?
Regarding social media?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember. It must not have been that important. Cut this out. Oh, no. Here's the last thing. Here's the last thing that I like about posting is, I don't know if you experience this because you're pretty social and check in with people and you're out and about. There are so many people that listen to group chat that are our friends.
Yes.
That feel like we talk.
Yeah.
Twice a week.
Yes.
That I have not heard from in years.
Yeah.
And I'll run into them. This has happened a lot of times.
Yeah.
I'll run into them and be like, damn, how you been? And they're like, oh, good. I listen to you twice a week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? You don't ever.
Yeah.
It only goes one way.
Yeah, it's funny.
And so I feel like, damn, there's all these people that just don't reach out to me.
Yeah.
Which admittedly, I'm not very good at that either. But most of them.
At least are up to date on your life.
Well, and they're listening to the pod, and so they feel like we're talking.
Yeah.
But we're not, So when I post, you hear from those people.
You know what would be kind of cool concept? Like this, like, if my friends, like I travel a lot, I don't get to see most of my friends.
Yeah.
Like very little time is spent with friends anymore. If my friends just did a podcast for like the 5 of us, I would listen to it every day.
For real.
Just be like, oh, what are you doing tonight? Talking shit, this, that. Where'd you go to dinner? Cool. Like basically I want a recap of my group chat.
Yep. I wish they did.
I would
if
do
Anthony had a podcast, Mikey could have a podcast. I saw the other day Mikey has a girlfriend. I was like, if you would have talked about it on the podcast, I would have listened.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just be like, oh, we had dinner here. We did that.
Yeah.
I would really listen to 15 minutes of any of my friends.
I agree.
Give me a recap of the day.
Even a weekly update. Oh, that's
Audio.
so good.
Like imagine just like you're in your
just keep it on
car.
my
It's like, hey, it's Javier. I did tacos on Tuesday because that's what the boys do.
Yeah.
And then
I would listen every week. I'm not kidding. Yeah, that's good.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Actually, here's an update I want. Lo Ciento's doing their block party again in Venice next Saturday. Are the boys hitting it?
You got to represent, right?
Yeah.
The boys are probably gonna hit it pretty hard.
Okay.
We hit it last time. I saw D there for
Yeah, briefly. I did the matinee portion of the Lo Ciento block
party. Is it at their plate, like on Abbot Kinney, or where?
It's I don't know where it is this time, but it's like a bigger party. It was a really big party last time I went. Now it's on Saturday, and the good thing is it's during the day that goes into the night.
Wait,
so,
it's not in that same spot?
New spot.
So
if you go to losientotequila.com, I think it has all the details. You buy a ticket, you pick it up at the Lo Ciento house, and then Saturday they got big DJs, open bar, obviously tequila.
Insane. The first time was insane.
Yeah.
It went to the night and then...
But still, perfect example. That night, I would love a 10-minute audio recap of you and the boys just talking about what happened.
I would die for that. I'd listen to that over
But
Rogan.
then going back to what you said, so I don't post anymore.
I know.
Because like you follow me.
Everything we just talked about.
So even when I get tagged and stuff, I don't repost it because I'm just like, fuck D. Like I just don't want this to look bad at all.
Yeah.
Not even bad because like I show up early and stuff, so it's fine.
Sure.
But I just don't even want,
I get it.
I don't even,
That's
so I
everything we
almost
just
thought
talked
about just
about.
like hiding. I think you can hide or like
block me
or something like that. I'm like, maybe I should just do that because
you should. Honestly, for your own social sake, you should block me.
Why don't you just make it close friends or whatever?
The close friends. I have a close friends. It's just like I don't know.
Yeah. They were.
But
all
then
there.
Now at this point, like I just don't even post anymore. It's like
it feels kind of good. It's kind of a burden, like relieved from your life.
It is because then you're not like worried about capturing the moment.
Yeah.
I do take less pictures because of it, which I'm kind of annoyed about.
That's true.
Because I've had like some incredible experience the last couple of years, and I do not. COVID was like when I officially stopped posting.
Yeah. I will say though, I'm telling you, I do it now. I'll take the photo because I have this album.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want that in the album. And then the other thing is I'll usually take a photo or a video that's much more like real, like a real representation of the moment.
Yeah. Instead of like,
maybe just complete fuckery, but it's a better memory.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
All right.
What about congratulations? I mean, football.
So
tell me about it. Day one.
Let me tell you something. I don't panic much, but I was in deep panic this week.
Because of football?
Because I'm on Spectrum.
Oh.
And Spectrum.
You're on the spectrum.
I'm on the spectrum, basically, literally.
Yeah.
So this weekend is one of those weekends of sports that there's probably call it a dozen weekends a year that are epic sports weekends.
Yeah.
Maybe not even a dozen, half a dozen. For me, I'm a college football guy.
Yep.
So Saturday is just packed.
Yep.
And then there's a huge Texas-Alabama game in the afternoon. USC game wasn't on ESPN, not a big deal. There was US Open. There was Coco Gauff playing. And then Sunday, there's NFL, but that wasn't an issue on Spectrum. But there was, again, US Open's men's final. And then Monday's Monday Night Football, which America's pastime.
100%. Huge weekend.
So I basically said, if these idiots don't resolve it by Thursday night, I'm out.
Yep. They didn't resolve it.
Friday, no, they did not. Friday, I'm busy. I come home, and my mom's like, she's watching the kids because we had a school event. And my mom likes sports. It's US Open semifinals.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got to get at least my mom freaking stupid match at the very least.
She's at your house.
She's at our house.
Yeah.
And so I go on YouTube TV. I sign up.
Okay.
Relatively easily, not super easy.
Yep.
Like there is a little bit of friction. Like you do some on your phone, then on your TV, then back on your phone.
I did it a couple years ago, and I remember it being a little not perfect.
Yeah, it wasn't seamless.
Yep.
There's definitely I thought I had signed up and I had not.
Yep.
And then I had to go check. Clearly, I said yes to pay, but then you have to go to some website.
Yeah.
Whatever. I figured it out, and I got the ESPN situation done for Friday, Saturday. Similarly, Saturday night, I thought I'd signed up for the NFL package on YouTube. I had not.
Yeah.
So I woke up Sunday morning. Panicked.
Yeah.
And I signed up for it, and I was good. Like, I had NFL, and let me tell you, YouTube TV, blown away.
Really?
So I'm canceling Spectrum tomorrow.
Yep.
My entirety of my Spectrum bill a month is $300.
Yeah, that's wild.
My TV bill is $185 a month.
Separate from that.
No, total, including.
Okay. Oh, you're just saying 180 plus the add-ons.
Yeah.
Yep.
Plus my internet. It's the rest is internet.
Yeah.
And then I have like some phone line apparently I signed up for, which I don't know
they
where
always
the fuck
get
I
you
have
with the
that.
phone line. Yep.
So I'm basically going to cut $200 a month tomorrow.
Yep.
$2,400 a year.
Yep.
In my pocket starting tomorrow.
I wonder how many other people are doing that.
Everyone's doing it.
Everyone's
But I'll tell you the net actual difference. YouTube TV is $85 a month.
Okay.
That's what I'm paying.
Okay.
So I'm going to end up cutting $120 total.
Yep.
They're charging me $10 for each box. Get these fucking boxes out of my house. I want it all on.
Those fucking
This place
boxes.
is a joke.
Yep.
I mean, this YouTube TV is, by the way, like, I know there's a little bit of a delay in the game, which is kind of annoying, but it's very slight and multi-view. They're going to innovate so fast on it.
Yeah.
Because now like 10 million people probably signed up this weekend.
Imagine. They probably had a record weekend.
And everyone was worried that it was going to lag or it's not going to work, but it's Google.
Yep.
Like, these are the guys you want to bet on. They're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to innovate on the TV side and the TV experience way faster. My Spectrum experience is the same that it was in 1998.
Yep. That's true.
Nothing has changed.
Nothing.
It's the same, looks the same.
I would die to see what their numbers look like this weekend. They must have got slaughtered.
So the math says that Spectrum, basically because of all the fees all these big networks are charging, like Disney and people like that, that they basically should not renew these contracts, lose the fucking customers, and focus on broadband internet.
Yeah.
Like, that's where they make their money today, their profit.
Okay.
So the key will be, right, so tomorrow I'll cut my TV.
Yep.
And then I'll leave my internet with Spectrum for now.
Yep.
But my friend was talking to me about Starlink and said it was ridiculous.
Really?
Ridiculous. Like, the speed is like triple what I get at home right now.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. And my internet at home is not good.
How much is fucking Starlink?
I don't know. Let's take a look. But
We are out of there. I mean, last week, our office is in the same building that we live in, and Spectrum was just out for a full day and a half. Elon wouldn't let that happen.
$90 to $120 a month for residential, $599 for
Right. And it's faster.
yeah. Starlink Roam, $150 to $200 a month. I think this is like basically permanent Wi-Fi wherever you are.
We got to switch. That's wild.
Yeah.
I just thought Spectrum was like still far and away above.
Basically, these companies, all they got going for them is that they have these contracts, right?
Yeah. That's pretty nuts. That is not what I thought. I thought Starlink was like, you can get by if you have to.
No, Starlink is way faster. Our friend John Aldrum, he posted his Starlink on a plane. I was like, wait, you got it? How did you access a plane?
Yeah.
I asked him, he hasn't responded, but like, it's kind of fascinating.
It was fast on a plane?
Yeah.
Oh, we're out of here.
Yeah.
I'm Team Elon anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you settled now? How do you feel now going forward?
I feel great about YouTube TV.
Okay.
The problem is my kids think I never watched YouTube in my life. Like, I've never seen a video. I don't.
Yep.
So at home, the only time YouTube is turned on is for the kids.
Yep.
And so they think we're watching their shit, and I had to draw the line and say YouTube is for NFL
Dada.
kids. Yeah, Dada likes football.
Dada likes YouTube now.
Yeah. You better share that fucking screen time, homie.
Wow. That's funny. Because as a kid, that's probably so confusing.
Yeah,
because you're like,
like,
oh, this is where
soon as they see YouTube, they know if they see Spectrum logo, they know it's me.
Yeah.
If they say YouTube, they know it's them.
Yeah.
That's a brand issue for YouTube. You need to fix that.
Yeah, you got to fix that. Okay, well, that's good. I mean, I have not had a cable box for years.
You cut the cord a while.
I cut the cord, and it's totally fine. But I do probably way overpay in all of these fucking streaming things because I have YouTube TV and ESPN Plus and obviously HBO and all that shit. But it's so much better. But I'm also not a sports guy, so I didn't know if maybe the sports experience is significantly better still.
I mean, on your phone, YouTube TV is phenomenal.
Yeah. Plus, you can just, if you're watching a game, you just pop it on your phone because you got to run out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Spectrum is fucked. And I'm going to Starlink. You want to talk about some news?
Yeah.
Here's more people that are fucked.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this type of thing. And this is something that I'm very, I don't know, I don't want to say passionate about, but I just have a lot of questions about. Is there's all of these payments and these things and these passes, you know, rent, eviction moratoriums and this and that and all these things that happened during COVID time that have been extended time and time again, seems to me, this is my opinion, for political gain.
Yeah.
You know, you get some clout if you say, hey, guess what? We're extending your thing because we're the best party. One of those massive things is about to resume next month in October. And that is fucking student loan payments.
Yeah.
Have been paused since 2020. I mean, that's a massive deal. And, you know, we've talked a lot on here about the economy and about how, you know, soft landing and maybe even no landing, everything's just fine and interest rates and everything's all good, maybe. But there's all of these looming things. And this is a huge one. And when it comes to, I'm sure there's probably some interesting stats on it that you have. But like, I mean, these payments are very meaningful to the people who have these loans. It's not nothing.
45 million people in the U.S. with student loans and 1.6 trillion of student loans outstanding. The average monthly student loan payment is $200.
Yep.
So, you know, back of the envelope map, this is that Kobayashi letter. It's a great follow on Twitter. They break down things really simply.
So someone's got no more Spectrum.
Yeah. Basically, $9 billion in consumer spending will be subtracted every month, roughly $100 billion a year. Obviously, the impact is predominantly younger consumers. $200 a month, basically, what you end up doing is you probably cut out on dining.
Yeah.
Is that where you cut it? That's my guess.
I think that you probably cut it on, like Postmates.
Yeah.
Because of the extra delivery fees.
Yeah.
And then I would say probably like drinks.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that has to be what eats up that extra $200 icing.
I would assume in my 20s, alcohol, rent, car, in that order.
Yeah. Yeah. You mean in order of importance?
No, in the order of actually what I spent.
Yeah. It's also like Taylor Swift tickets.
Yeah.
You know?
Luckily, she's done with the tour.
I know, but I'm saying like the next, right? Like, is that where all that money was going?
The other thing, you know, people always talk about all these very negative things happening in the economy. It was announced on Friday, record net worth for American households. Because the stock market's basically ripped all the way back.
But by what metric? Like median?
Assets.
But like
total assets.
For the top.
It just said in bulk, total assets.
Yeah. And the whole thing's fucking, I'm lost.
Yeah. The thing is the wealthiest people, their stocks have recovered.
Yeah.
They're earning 5.5% on their cash. And so those people are like, yeah, my expenses have gone up, but like my money just sits in the bank account.
Yeah.
Like if you have $1 million in your bank account, cash, you're making $55,000 a year just sitting there. Yeah. So you're making $4,500 a month doing nothing. So that's extra $4,500. So even if you're impacted by inflation, this, that, you're like, honey, you got extra $4,500.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Hit the slots?
Hit the slots. Go see Taylor.
Go see Taylor.
Hey.
$4,500 gets you a nice Taylor Swift experience.
It does.
That's 1 month. You have 11 more concerts in.
Yeah, then you got to go see Beyonce. Yeah. Because I heard she's great.
Metallica.
Yeah.
Now the football's back in season.
Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like these type of things, we've been getting fake numbers.
Yeah.
Obviously for wealthy families and people with $1 million in the bank, they're fine. They're not worried about their student loans. But like how much of, we've talked about like how all of these concerts and all these things have just been ripping, or even like just shopping, like people go into Target, you know, I don't know, are younger people just balling with this extra $200?
So here's the thing is we're obviously seeing softness in consumer spend. Most of the money in the discounters is going towards groceries. So you're seeing that across the board.
Yep.
But like, you know, in 2008, I had friends losing their jobs.
Yeah.
Like a lot of friends. Like
Yeah.
I knew people that lost their jobs. I knew people that were in real estate. I knew people that, you know, they were financially impacted.
Yeah.
You know, myself included. But I don't hear that now.
Yeah.
Like, do you know anyone fucked?
No. I know.
Or, I mean, or
I don't know
you just
anyone
not,
that's like a victim of some sort of crash that happened.
yeah, I think I know people that are struggling, and, you know, like a lot of people have told me, yes, business is really tough.
Yeah.
We are struggling.
Yeah.
And that's happening in some of the stuff I'm involved with too. And like clear indications that business is soft and slow. But like, I don't know, the gravity of 2008 was like, it was over.
I also think that like, I know people who did like layoffs and stuff
Early on.
Yeah, like last year or whatever, whenever that was, the end of last year.
Yeah.
And it seemed like people were going to be fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously people who got laid off, that's not good. But like, it seemed like that was like battening down the hatches for the coming storm. But I don't feel like that storm ever really came. Now, probably
There's still
good.
job openings.
Yeah, and probably good that people tightened up. I don't think it was like, oh, we made a mistake and we should have kept everyone. I don't think that's the case. But like, I don't know of any stories of doom and gloom. But I just wonder, is there chain reactions? Like, to me, the real estate thing is...
Well, the real estate people, I guess, judging my Twitter and what Anand says,
Yeah.
people are fucked.
Yeah.
I guess I just don't know people in real estate.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I just don't know anyone in real estate then.
But the couple people that I do know in real estate are fine. They're just, yeah, like you got to work harder than you did in 2021.
Yeah.
But no one's like losing sleep. But that's just the people I know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not. But either way, my point is there's all this commercial real estate stuff. And it's just, what's the trickle effect? There's all of these payments that haven't been due. There's people that just haven't paid rent in 3 years.
I think that's over.
Maybe it's ending now, but I know of a building. This is just one building that I happen to know of. It's not that I've been asking around, where like they are now bringing in the police and looking for every other loophole they can to evict people, because there are people who just haven't paid rent in so long and they can't technically, or couldn't, maybe that's over like in the last couple months, but couldn't evict them by just normal eviction. Just, hey, you haven't paid, you're out.
Yeah.
And so, and then student loans and all this stuff. I just wonder, like, is there a chain reaction of some sort?
Yeah. I mean, obviously that's the expectation at this point. There's all of the data that comes out and everything from real estate. The one glaring thing is that the house, I forgot what it was, like $158 trillion of net worth of American households, which is a record high right now. Yeah. Record high. The thing is housing prices, for the most part in America, have not gone down. Yeah. And that's where most people's net worth lays in.
Yeah.
So unless housing prices miraculously plummet, which would have to mean that people lose their jobs, that they no longer can afford to live in their homes, and that's why they're forced to sell.
Yeah.
But there's still 1.6 jobs for every person in America. So if you wanted a job, you can get one. Blue collar jobs have all seen substantial wage increase.
Yeah.
So it's really just white collar jobs and white collar people.
Yeah, I don't think it's anywhere near '08 at all. But it's just strange.
Yeah.
I just don't quite know how to.
It makes sense if everything fell apart. I think everyone would be like, oh, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I could see stuff falling apart and then being like, oh, it was because the fucking local banks. And you know what I mean? Everyone knew they were over levered and the fucking whatever. But I don't know. Or nothing could happen at all and it could just be.
And it just passes by.
Record, yeah. And just a huge bummer for everyone with student loans. Because I will say, just a buzzkill. Like if you kind of forgot about it.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden you have this $200 bill.
That's how I feel in my business life. Every time I think I've figured something out, something else just punches me in the side.
Yeah, that's entrepreneurship for you. It's a good lesson, an early lesson.
Yeah.
Hey guys, sometimes you have a good 3 years and then you just get fucked.
Yeah.
Welcome to life. Okay, next up, Flexport. You want to talk about Flexport?
Yeah, so Flexport is one of these supply chain softwares where the idea basically was around helping people book their freight, ocean freight, particularly from China to America more efficiently.
Really blew up during COVID, right?
Yeah, I mean, the company was doing really, really well. So like, fun story, I met the founders like literally when they started because we were at that time like a decent size importer in LA. So I'm sure their database said, hey, check these guys out. We got introduced to them by a friend. I don't remember who. And they were in our office, like this is like a decade ago.
Yeah.
And for us, we kind of knew the freight market. We'd already been in it for 10 years. So we're like, wasn't a great fit for us. But for a lot of people, for their first time importing goods in America, it's very complex. It's a pain.
Yeah.
How do you do it? And Flexport became this solution for a lot of direct-to-consumer brands. And then during COVID, freight prices went through the roof.
Yep.
And I'm sure they had like record years, right? And they ended up raising money at an $8 billion valuation. And Ryan Peterson, the founder of the business, became like a pretty staple in the news because he was kind of telling everyone, here are all the problems at the port. He was out there in a helicopter delivering pizzas and became a kind of a hero.
Yeah.
And everyone felt like Flexport is the future of logistics.
Yeah.
And they make a huge hire. Dave Clark, who ran North America for Amazon. This is a mega, mega hire.
Yeah.
Been there 20 years type of guy. And I'm sure they gave him big equity, big salary. I don't even think it was a year. The guy didn't last a year.
Really?
Canned his ass.
Recently?
Yeah, this week. And
less than a year.
He basically was like, he was sending out a tweet saying, hey, I loved my time here. Wish the company best of luck. And then Ryan Peterson kind of fires out like, first rule, stop making bad decisions. So like, it felt like a shot.
Wow.
Full transparency, Flexport is an investor in my business. So I'm going to,
go easy.
Go easy. But it's interesting, like, a lot of businesses feel that once you reach some level, it's great you can hand the keys off to like the professional, the gray hair, who can maintain your business to the end.
Or even take it to somewhere
to a new level.
Yeah.
The thing that you quickly realize, it's really hard for an outsider to do that.
Yep.
And the people that are doing it at scale are people from the inside, right? Like are really the people that have, like I think Satya, I don't know how long he was at Microsoft or Sundar at Google, but these guys, I think were career company people.
Yep.
Right? Like I don't think they just started at Microsoft the day they became CEO. Satya Nadella joined Microsoft in 1992.
Jesus Christ.
So
Jesus, was it packing boxes?
Yeah.
Jesus. What the fuck?
But even like, so like you go and hire these people, and does it ever work out? I'm curious. Like, does anyone have an example of like a hired gun?
Yeah.
That like actually.
I mean, I'm sure that it has.
But it's Sundar such a joined Google in 2004.
Yeah.
Google, when did it start? Like a few years earlier?
Yeah, it's such a common move. I'm sure it's worked out a bunch, but
I think it works out in very mature businesses.
I also think you got to be really clear on exactly what that person is doing, and they have to be the right fit for it. Because even if that's a little off, it's crazy how catastrophic that match can be, you know?
And strategically, like, so Flexport went on this whole new vision of being like the ultimate logistics company, and they hired the Amazon guy. They went and bought that business Deliver, which is what Shopify got rid of. Made a deal with Shopify. Shopify owns a significant stake in the company now. And then Amazon did a deal with Shopify now, where they're helping on the fulfillment side. So this guy, Dave Clark, came from Amazon. It's like,
So is there anything? Is there like a little?
I don't know. Was he sent in?
That'd be next level. Go in there, fuck shit up. Probably got about a year. Come on back, let us know what you learned. Oh, that'd be incredible. He didn't say where he's going, obviously, right?
No.
And then, so
Ryan Peterson came back now as the CEO of Flexport.
Yeah.
And I would assume along the way of all this money they've raised, he made some money along the way. Like took out secondary and probably has life-changing money, is my guess. He also became a partner of Founders Fund, which is Peter Thiel's fund. So he had like obviously a great opportunity in front of him. For him to want to come back, I wonder if he had to. Did he want to?
So bad he had to.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't want to. I mean,
you were gone.
Oh, you were gone. If you thought you hired this dude, you took some secondary, you were fine. You had this kind of new life started. You were gone, and this guy was going to sail you right into billions.
And he tweets out, we have 200 job openings on our website. I have no idea why. All of them are officially shut. Everyone that got an offer were rescinding.
It must have been bad.
Yeah.
It must have been really bad.
Yeah.
Also, though, how does it get that far? Like even saying we have 200 jobs, having to publicly say 200 jobs, all gone, anyone who has an offer, rescinding, that's like a pretty big mismatch of strategies, And like, how does it?
I think people like at these early stage, Flexport's still only whatever, 10 years old. It's still an early stage company as far as I'm concerned. Like, you need the founder. It's really hard to hire someone that's from outside.
It's also really hard when you're like doing something a little, like even like Ghost, like when you're doing a new take on a thing. It's really hard for someone else to truly get that. Because if they did, they would have. And it just feels like, I don't know. I also think that there's, who knows? I don't know Ryan or anything, but there's kind of that like insecurity of like, you're a trailblazer, but you're like, but like this dude probably knows how to really do it on another level. If I just gave him the playbook. There's
always, I've heard podcasts of CEOs talking about imposter syndrome and things like that.
Or like, I'm new to this. Do I really know better than if I gave this guy the playbook, he's been doing it forever.
No, you always know better.
I think you do.
100% of the time, I'm convinced you know better. I don't think you can hire for it. It's too fucking hard.
I'd be so curious to hear internally, which I never will. You might. What, if you do, tell me. And I won't tell anyone. But like just what
That'll
happened.
be on my friend podcast.
Your Friday 15-minute update. Just what happened? Like, how does it get that? What were the expectations?
What did he see where he was like, this guy's got to go?
Oh, wild. Okay, well, we'll see. Get the pizzas and the helicopters. Get back to your roots. People will love you all over again. How about this? In 2011, I'll just read the fucking headline. In 2011, San Francisco, who's been on this pod and many pods for all the wrong things in the last couple of years. Here's a good thing. 2011, San Francisco began automatically opening a college savings account for every child that entered kindergarten in the public school system. What the fuck?
So I read this headline. I was like, good for San Francisco.
Oh, no.
Been taking L's.
I don't like your tone right here.
Let me tell you.
You're going to burst
this
this
how
bubble.
much money they gave. I'll tell you how many kids. They gave every kid entering kindergarten in the public school system in San Francisco in 2011. Guess how much money they gave them?
$20.
50.
Do you have any sort of? Can you give me any projections?
One of the students, 17-year-old Yadira Saavedra, is one of the more than 600 students from San Francisco who will start college with financial assistance from kindergarten to college. Her parents have now saved $2,200 in a universal children's savings account.
Oh, no.
What are you going to do? Buy snacks? You can't buy snacks at a college. $50?
What a weird thing to do.
What kind of flex is this? We're going to help kids? In 2011, college is expensive. And now they're saying...
That's so San Francisco of them.
Yeah, and now they're like, you know, San Francisco's like, we've made it so that people are now considering college because we've helped them save money.
$2,200?
I would consider never going to college.
That would teach me that life isn't fair. If I would be like, you know what? I don't even want to go. The only thing that would be more in San Francisco is if the money had already been stolen. Hey, we saved $2,000, but somebody took it already.
Like Jose Cisneros, a San Francisco's treasurer, said, these accounts have made a difference. No, it fucking hasn't.
Oh, it just
Why
hasn't.
are you lying to these kids?
I mean, good intentions. I'll give them that.
By the way, in state public colleges, this is not even California. California's, well, how much was that UCSB? You just went there.
Yeah, I don't really know. I had the swim and parent luxury of. But
I wonder how much.
Let me see USC.
I think it was like 13. It was pretty cheap.
In-state tuition is $14,600 a year. You just gave this chick $2,300 once
and said, "You know what? Thank us later." The city of San Francisco loves you.
So you're at $60K after 4 years, and this is just tuition. It's not.
It's a bummer.
Housing.
Not only that, it's a bad life lesson to learn. It's like, okay, so I start in 2011 and I can't even chip away at my fucking college lunch bill. Not the message you want to send. You'd rather just not do it.
No, you'd better off never saving a dollar for these kids and just be like, you're fucked.
Yeah.
In 2011, they should have told her she's fucked.
Don't make them think they played the game and still got fucked.
Yeah. Just be like, in 2011, San Francisco shows up to your school and says, look, kids, if you are not exceptional at one of these sports or exceptional grades, you're fucked.
Now, I know you're all in kindergarten and this is a little tough to hear. We had this $50, but instead we're going to light it on fire in front of the class.
By the way, I went to Target the other day for toys.
Yep.
You can't even get a hot Lego set for $50.
No.
You literally cannot get a hot Lego set.
But why? You could project the $50. You know that you're going to be giving these kids $2,000 or $3,000. What the fuck? Why?
These are morons. These people are morons. Whoever did the math in San Francisco and came up with this cockamamie, horse shit, dumb fucking idea. $2,200?
Like, I would much rather you pick by some criteria that seems fair, pick a handful, put meaningful money, and actually just pay for their college. Why not do that? And then have the story of, hey, look at how saving works. Look at how we took care of these kids.
Put $1,000 in there at least. Jesus Christ. $50. It's a joke.
It's fucked up, man.
It's so cruel to these kids because they're like, oh, I got money for college because fucking Jose Cisneros came in and told me that I could go to college. I pull up to college. They're like, well, you got $2,200. We charge $14,000 a year. And my guess, where you living, you got a friend?
Yeah.
Because there's $12,000 to live anywhere. So good luck, Betsy.
Betsy Cisneros. Oh man, what a bummer. That just bummed me out.
It is.
That
It's a
just
joke.
bummed me
They
out
drag
about
these
it.
kids along.
Yeah.
It's a Ponzi.
But you know what it is to me is it's just once again like political virtue signaling.
Yeah, like
look
oh,
what
we did something.
You didn't do anything.
$50?
You crushed those kids' dreams.
Yeah. I'd
Jesus.
rather you just tell them in first grade, look, this is what it's going to take to go to college. Do you want to go to college?
Or literally
You're a 6-year-old. Decide now.
decide literally today. Or just be like, hey, we gave all of these kindergartners a graduation gift of $2,500 to do whatever they want with. Turns out we did that by putting 50 back in 1986. and here they go. But don't say you helped pay for their college. You didn't.
You didn't.
You didn't even put a dent.
The $2,500 goes into some S&P account, and then every milestone in your life, you get some funds released. You get a job, you get half your money.
Yeah. Here's $1,000.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever. You want to get a car, we help you pay for your car.
Yeah.
College? That's just lying. And by the way, they're going to turn around, the state's going to turn around and give them a bullshit fucking loan and make them sign up for this bullshit college.
Probably
That's
smart.
going to give them a bullshit job.
They probably baited them into it with the $2,500. Now you feel like you have to commit.
Yeah, they're like, okay, well, fuck it. I'll go to UC Santa Cruz.
You're part of the way there. You're 4% there.
Yeah, you're 4% there.
You might as well take out the loan.
Okay, cool. Now I took out a $50,000 loan, and guess what? My UC Santa Cruz philosophy degree.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, what does that get me in?
Yeah, what do I get with this?
I'm in a 1-bedroom with 4 other dudes.
Making a podcast
about our weekend.
about your weekend.
Oh man, it's so cool.
It's cool.
It's honestly like punishment. What government does to the kids. Punishment.
It is, because I do think that it's mainly for them to look good, not for actual results.
No, they're not looking for results.
There's no results. It's just you want to look good and, take the picture and say, can you believe we did this? Do you know the amount of people, I don't know where this article was or whatever, but the amount of people that probably cheered for these people is probably I bet no one's saying what we're saying.
And by the way, like no one even clicks on the article. So I clicked on it and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I wonder, because I was thinking if there was 20 grand at the end of this, then you pay for a year and a 1 year probably with room and board, and maybe the rest you
that's legit.
Whatever, it's something.
You laughed before you even said it.
Yeah, $50. It's a joke. This whole thing is a joke. These guys are clowns. You know who's another joke? So I'll give credit where credit's due.
Okay.
All the presidential candidates that have been on All In podcast, phenomenal interviews. Chris Christie was on.
I didn't listen. He's a joke?
I don't agree with anything.
Well, he seems like
he's an idiot. He speaks really well and he's actually very smart, but he's very much like typical politician, not committing to anything. He did say something that I didn't like.
That you didn't like?
Yeah.
What?
He was talking about the Indian, Vivek Ramaswamy, and he says,
like who you talking about?
Yeah, he says, he's a guy, you would have stuffed in the locker room in high school.
Ooh. Little racist.
And I was like, let me tell you one thing you're not doing, running for president. You haven't ran anywhere.
Yeah, you want to talk about let me tell you who's stuffed.
You know who's stuffed? Look down, homie. You pig.
That's funny. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to me like a stuffer. I mean, obviously in his face, but he doesn't seem. I mean, what? He's the big bad guy that was stuffing people in lockers.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Bullshit.
short. You were definitely getting stuffed.
Well, luckily, he wouldn't fit in any lockers. He's getting stuffed in like bathroom stalls. Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
We gotta defend our people.
That's a weird. I think it's a comment that would have worked 10, 20 years ago.
What was the reaction? Crickets?
Yeah. I mean, those guys are all
nerds.
They're
all been
nerds. They're
stuffed in a
academics.
locker.
Yeah. Like, I don't think, and like, I think today's children respect intelligence.
Yeah, that does feel very outdated.
I don't think anyone's like, oh, that guy's like, they may make fun of a smart person, but like, they also know like, oh, I may not want to be friends with him, but that person's going to be rich.
Plus, didn't he just bend over and kiss Trump's ass after getting fucking destroyed for
back
4
then,
years? That's just, I have trouble taking any of that crew serious.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it was an interesting take that he did. And then, he's just like very much like...
I got to listen to it.
He's
Was
very
Vivek
much
better?
just like... Pardon?
Was Vivek better?
Yeah, his was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good. But, it was just more of like... Just not committing to anything. Typical politician, like Ukraine, this, that. Like, I wasn't impressed with him by any stretch of the imagination. He didn't have any new ideas.
Yep.
Which I think, if you think about the people that have become president, Biden was just a pure reaction to Trump, but Trump and Obama were truly new ideas.
Yep.
And I think this election, you're going to have new ideas to win.
You have to. You just have to be Donald Trump to win. I mean, this guy's just, it's scary.
Yeah.
These poll numbers, and I just think, I don't know, man.
I saw him at a video at the Iowa State game where he pulled up to a frat house.
They trip out.
Oh, and I loved it.
I think it's, I don't know, man. I think it's coming. Okay, well, next up, this is my
Super Bowl.
This is my Super Bowl. I think is the right way to put it. Like, I was trying to think through in my head, is that the right way to put it?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you this way. I'm legitimately more excited for this content event this week than I will be for the Super Bowl this year.
Okay.
And that is that Walter Isaacson, the author, he famously wrote the Steve Jobs biography and a lot of other really famous, really well done biographies, wrote a biography of Elon Musk. And it comes out on Tuesday. Now, here's the fun thing.
Have you started seeing the excerpts come out?
No, but I've started to see the headlines of the excerpts. So, I saw that something about like Elon pausing Starlink service in Ukraine because of an attack, and he felt like now he's providing assistance in the war. And so, I just see these headlines, but
the headlines are blockbuster.
I'm so excited. What do we got? You got any headlines?
Yeah, I mean, I think the big things are the things that are kind of leaking. I think what's creating a lot of excitement is Bill Gates and Elon Musk's interactions.
Yeah.
And so one of the excerpts are Bill Gates said to Elon Musk in early 2022, "I'd love to come see you and talk about philanthropy and climate." And I guess in that time, Elon had put aside $5.7 billion into a charitable fund for tax reasons. Yeah. And Gates, wanted to give some suggestions on what to do with that.
Yeah.
And so apparently in the past, Gates has brought his son Rory to SpaceX, and they were talking about space. And apparently Gates he's not big on Mars.
Okay.
He's not a big Mars guy. He kind of made that, to him.
Yeah.
And then one of the times they met, Musk replied, or going to meet, "I don't have a scheduler. Just have your secretary call me directly." And so Gates felt weird having one of his assistants call Musk.
Yeah.
So Gates called him directly.
Elon.
Yeah.
To schedule it. Just set it up like two old buddies.
Yeah. Just landed. Gates texted on the afternoon of March 9th, 2022. So it's just like the way they, and during this time, Gates had famously started shorting Tesla stock.
Yeah.
And he showed him some numbers that said that you'll never be able to use your batteries to power large semi-trucks, and that solar energy would not be a major part of solving the climate problem.
Yeah.
So fundamentally, he disagreed with him.
Yeah.
And so he said, "I'm not a Mars person." So there was like a ton of differences they had. And so all of these excerpts are coming through, and he's talking about giving money to American schools, AIDS cure, genetically modified seeds that will resist the effects of climate change. And that's not Elon.
Yep.
They're just different guys.
Yeah.
And so Elon said that Gates apologized to him when he was shorting the stock. And once he had heard I'd shorted the stock, he was super mean to me, but he's super mean to so many people. So you can't take it personally, is what Bill Gates said.
I mean, I'm just so excited. It has to be full of weird shit like this.
Yeah. It's insane. Like, I mean, it is insane. You got to read all the excerpts. It's just on and on.
I don't even want to, I'm purposely not doing it.
Yeah, it's
because
so
I want to
good.
just soak it all in.
Yeah.
It's this week.
It's this week. I think it comes out. Does it come out tomorrow?
Tuesday, 12th.
Tuesday. Books come out Tuesday?
I don't know, but it's I don't know. But this one is the 12th. I know that.
You'll read it that night. The whole thing?
I can't. They're huge.
Are they?
It's huge. The Steve Jobs one was huge. I mean, if it's as good as I would think it is,
I think it's going to be blockbuster.
Best I can do is a week. And that's a real commitment. But I'm so excited. Plus, it's just weird. Like all the books he's written, even Steve Jobs, he knew he was dying when he agreed to do it.
Yeah.
Elon, as far as we know, is healthy as can be. And just, here you go. Here's his whole biography.
Yeah. And to me, this feels like part one.
Yeah.
Elon's still,
There's so much
in
to
his
be done.
50s, right?
Yeah.
Like the next 30, 40, 50 years of Elon Musk is going to be batshit crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait. Okay. Well, I'll have a book review on, Wednesday. I'll probably have a little
we need
tidbit.
a full review.
Yep. All right. How about this? Walmart is making a change, first ever change for them, in an effort to prevent theft.
Yep.
We've talked about it a million times. So much theft at everywhere, but at these big chains, you really see it in their earnings reports and things like that. They're able to really add up, kind of all the value. But Walmart has a plan to combat it. What do they got?
So specifically in Chicago, they closed 4 stores.
Okay.
8 were in Illinois. They were losing tens of millions of dollars a year just in those stores.
Jeez.
And then recently they doubled so much that they decided to just basically leave.
Yep.
And they felt like, we had invested a lot of money in the city. We'd invested a lot of money in the community, and it kind of backfired.
Yep.
So they are now reopening a store, and it's called will be a neighborhood market. They're 1/5 the size of a supercenter.
Okay.
It's going to be in the Atlanta neighborhood. There will be a police station, a substation inside the Walmart.
Jesus.
The substation will provide a place for police to charge their phones and body cameras, as well as have meetings and file documents. So this is
That's wild.
reaction to the community requesting more police presence because they felt unsafe.
Think about like it used to be like, hey, guess what? In Targets now, there's Starbucks. That's like, hey, in Walmart's, there's police substations.
There's a National Guard.
Charge your body cams. Park your tank out front. Oh my God.
When you want to fuel up your tank, come on down to
we have
Walmart.
an AR reloading station next to the fucking sponges. What the fuck?
But I think it's gonna work.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
I do think like when I go to New York, do you know how many people say, "Oh, be safe out there"?
yep,
That's a recent thing.
yep. Be
And-
safe is a
Like
very
everyone,
common recent.
everyone says, "Where are you going?" Oh, be safe out there. And by the way, like I'll give you an example. When I go to New York, where I stay is in Midtown.
Yeah,
I would tell everyone be safe out there.
Really?
It's fucking zombie land.
really.
It is like if I come back to my room at like 12, 1, 1:30, it's scary as fuck.
Is
All
that
the
a
hotels
Midtown
have
thing?
Pardon?
Is that like more of a Midtown thing or?
Definitely more of a Midtown thing. It's not like in the rest of the city
Yeah.
like that. At least I don't really go much places, but like Midtown, you better have
Safety.
safety
safe.
first.
That's just, it's just such a bummer, man.
Yeah.
Because like, what are we doing? Why? I don't know. The problem is you just want to keep complaining about it, but then you're just complaining about it more, and there's
Nothing's
no
happening.
urgency.
Yeah, exactly.
The only place you're seeing any urgency is from people like Walmart.
Yeah.
Who's like, hey, we're making a change.
Well, because for them, it's like clearly it affects their bottom line.
Yeah.
But
it does on cities too. They're just too incompetent.
Yeah, but like, there's no punishment to an individual at the city level.
I know.
If the city falls apart.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. So like, you're not really held accountable.
I mean, Gavin Newsom's about to like, you can really impact the tax earnings of California.
Yeah.
And then go run for president.
Yeah.
Great job. Look at his hair, though.
Yeah. Looks good.
He's handsome. Vote for
he
him.
says he's not going to run for president, so we'll see.
He did? I mean, so is it definitely Biden again?
For the Democrats?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who else? Have you heard of another candidate? RFK? They're like drowning him out.
Trump's fucking winning. They're drowning him out. Trump's going to win. What do you think?
So here's what I honestly think. I think this next news article is literally going to determine the president.
Yeah, and it's not it's not democratically friendly.
If you want to go like full on like strategic, this is not checkers, this is chess.
Yep.
Saudi Arabia and Russia
love Trump,
love Republican presidents because they like oil.
Yep.
Saudi Arabia cut and Russia cut 1.3 million barrels a day of oil production.
Yep.
Through December. We are using a lot of our reserves to fill the gap.
Yep.
So we're surviving. They basically have caused crude oil prices to go damn near $90. I think maybe it was 90 on Friday.
Yep.
I went to the pump. I have to go to the pump after this. I looked on my way down. It is $5.69.
Yep.
Next to me. And then depends on where you end up in the city, it's $6, $7.
Yep.
And come election day, you have $6, $7, $8, $9 gas.
Yeah.
I don't give a really, all your values go out the door.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't realize and appreciate. Because that shit is
That's what really
money.
Matters. Yeah.
That's what people like. It's very easy to say vote with, the key things that are important to you.
Yeah.
And then when you can't like get to work or money because of gas prices, that is the easiest problem for us to solve. We could have solved this a decade ago if we just decided to drill and play nice with Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
It's not a hard problem to solve.
Yeah.
Like the decade ago, we could be chilling with $40 gas.
Yep.
$40 crude oil.
They could really fuck Biden on that.
What if they cut it so crazy that it's like $8, $9 gas?
Yeah.
Do you think anyone's voting for Joe Biden at $8, $9 gas?
Zero chance.
Except Anand.
Zero chance. Just Anand, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because $8, $9 gas isn't effective.
They tallied up and they say one vote. Looks like Biden got one vote. It looks like Anand. We're not sure here, but thank you. Thank you, Mr. Murthy out there in Mykonos. Looks like a mail-in from Mykonos. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. I just, and keep in mind, listeners, it's not what I want. I'm not, rooting for Trump here, but I don't see, I think in a debate of any kind, Trump smokes every one of the Republican nominees.
Yeah.
The
only thing is if Trump goes to jail, that's the only thing.
I'm telling you, I think that's better.
No, but if he's in jail,
he can't.
Then it's like, I think there's that'd be amazing if
he walks
in
out of jail, flies directly to DC and gets sworn in.
He's wearing an orange jumpsuit.
Yeah. Switches real quick.
He's wearing he's handcuffed.
Yeah.
Good morning, Americans.
But he has a red tie. Yeah. Is there any path? Do you know? Is there any legal path to them actually making him not eligible?
That I don't know.
Because every time this guy gets fucking indicted or something, his poll numbers just go up. I believe if he was in jail, it would almost seal the election. I'm not kidding, bro. I think they're just playing it so wrong. And they're icing. You can't even talk to RFK on a podcast without getting your fucking thing taken down.
Yeah.
So they're gonna screw him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You could already feel it. He's like persona non grata. He did the Joe Rogans. He did the All Ins. He's not allowed. He's not anywhere.
So what are they gonna? They're just gonna say Biden's fine.
Yeah. The only thing I guess for Biden where he may not want to run is if his son's shit gets so out of hand.
Yeah.
And he just makes a deal with whomever and be like, all right, I won't run.
But then who goes?
For the Democrats?
Yeah. Then they
Kamala
pull
Harris.
Gavin last minute. Kamala Harris is hated.
Yes. But she would be one of the people.
They probably pull Gavin Newsom then, right?
That's where Gavin comes.
All right. Well, it's going to be an interesting year.
Yeah.
You know? Because Trump's going to fight for his life, literally.
Yeah.
So is Biden.
Yeah.
It seems like.
Yeah.
I mean, this is wild. Okay.
It's crazy. Like, you know, Biden's son is going through all these like charges.
And Biden too, though.
Yeah, he's involved in this
You know?
shit. He's involved. Like whether you want to believe it or not, and you
Yeah.
want to think he's scot clear.
When he's getting put through the ringer, regardless, let's just say there was a world where he was totally clear of anything.
Yeah.
He's gonna get.
Yeah, everything's gonna get exposed.
Yeah.
Like he was on the call with his dumbass son.
Talking about
If
the weather.
my son was that big of a fucking idiot, I would not get. Hey, Dad, I got an idea. That guy, I know this Russian guy.
I know.
Got a hot deal.
Can you
While
imagine?
you're vice president? I'm sorry. Even if you did nothing wrong, what are you doing?
He was talking about the weather, they said. He's a very curious guy, and he likes the weather in fucking Ukraine. Okay, let's wrap it up there. We have some shout outs.
Yep.
Who do we got?
First one from Nabil to Elijah. Happy birthday, bro. You've been like a brother to me these past few years. Stay on your purpose. Year 25, physical year ending, expecting great things for year 26.
Happy
Plug
birthday,
a small
Elijah.
business. Oasis Mobile Details. At Oasis Mobile Details.
There you go. That's your birthday present from
There
group
you
chat.
go,
Happy
man.
birthday, Elijah.
Yeah. That's all. That's all
we
the
got.
shout outs we have.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
We have nothing else.
Let's wrap her up.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for listening.
I don't think we'll have a Wednesday pod because I'll be traveling.
Well, that's right. And Anand will be
Yeah. So either
liberal leading.
maybe later in the week or
You know what? I'll jump on. I'll give everyone my 15-minute
give your
update.
15-minute update.
Hey guys, you know, everything's been going really well.
Took
I
a
played some
shit.
golf, took a shit. Everything's been great
little
there.
boxing.
Everything's been boxing.
work.
It's been fine. Been working. It's really nice. You know, I've really enjoyed it. This Elon Musk book is coming out, and I'm really excited about it. All right, so probably no episode Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay, totally great. We'll be back on Sunday. Everyone have a great week.
Bye-bye.
That's all we got.
Yeah.
I don't got any words of wisdom. I got nothing.
I got nothing either.
All right, have a good week.